Hello everyone. Today I'll be introducing one circuit simulating software to you named LTSpice. I'm just double clicking the LTSpice icon and this is the window that I get on double clicking the LTSpice icon. Okay. Here, if I want to draw a new circuit, I have to just click the new schematic. Just like in Paint, uh, you select a new file. You have to click new schematic. Okay. Yeah. Before that, I would like to ask you one thing. Why you have to simulate a circuit? Imagine I have developed one circuit and I want to check whether it will perform as expected. I have three different options. First one, I have to implement the actual circuit. Sometimes it will be very costly and it will be time consuming to implement. And I have to check whether the results are as expected. Second one, I can do the mathematical modeling and can verify, which can also be tedious. And the third option, you have to try some simulating softwares. And the third option being easy and the most practical of the lot, simulating softwares like LTSpice have gained a lot of popularity. There are a lot of simulating softwares in the market like Proteus, Tina, Multisim, etc. And LTSpice is a very easily downloadable freeware. That means there you need not spend any money to download LTSpice software, and that is why we are discussing the same for our lab. Okay, so as I already told, in the desktop you have to double click the LTSpice icon and you have to select the new schematic option. Now this particular window will come. In the window, I can even have, for the sake of easiness to draw a circuit, I am planning to view some grids. I can put the show grid selection. I can select the show grid. I can even make the grid invisible like this. If I make the grid visible, you can see some small matrix dots in the screen. Okay. Now, for the sake of introducing you to this particular software, I am planning to show it through a very basic circuit. Today we can discuss the circuit of a voltage divider or potential divider. Okay, resistance potential divider. Say I have to, like your Paint, I have all these windows, all these icons shown on the top. From that, I have select the resistor, second resistor. Now this cursor has the resistor selection. I can unselect it by clicking the right key, right button of the mouse, or you can even press the escape button. Now I have to select one voltage source. You have to come to the component icon, click the component, and from there are a lot of components listed. I can have comparators, digital ICs, op amps, optocouplers, some power electronic products, ferrite beads, and some of the components in this listing was already present by default, and some models were downloaded by me, like some heatsink is there. I have downloaded it. TVS diode, all these things were downloaded by me, and some things were already present. Yeah, from the selection I am selecting a voltage source. Okay, and I am picking and placing the voltage source. Put the escape button to unselect it, and now I have to connect all these components. I can do so by using a wire. From this icons, I have to select this icon which is there for the wire. Okay, and I have to click at one particular point and just move, and at the corners I have to stick. I can even draw across components, but it will not show the component, but it will just make a connection between the components. Okay, I have connected all the components. Now, if I try to simulate, there are two probable errors that can come. First one is that I have just placed some resistors, but I have not given any value to the resistor. Similarly, for the voltage source also, I didn't say whether it is a DC source or an AC source. I didn't even say, or I didn't even mention the value of the voltage source. So if I try to simulate it, you can have the run icon, right? If I try to run it, it will show which kind of simulation you want. What is the stop time? I am selecting the transient simulation, stop time of 1 second. Okay. Cannot find the definition of model R. That means I cannot understand what is the value of the resistor R that you have just put. So I have to do that first. I will right click the component and I will say 10K. Okay, I have put a K here, K for 10,000, for 1000. For R2 also I have double clicked, right clicked and put another 10K or even 20K I can put. Voltage source I am right clicking. By clicking advanced, I can select between a pulsed voltage source, a sine voltage source, anything that I want. Okay, I am selecting a DC source with 10 volts. Clear? Now I have a 10 volt voltage source with two resistance connected across it. Each is having a value of 10K. If I try to simulate it now, it will say, dear friend, I cannot simulate because you have not connected the ground node. Look, I am trying to do that. Circuit does not have a conduction path to ground. Please flag a node as ground. So I have to connect a ground node. I'm connecting. This is called ground. This one. And I have to connect my circuit to the ground. So I have selected this point as the ground. So the moral of the story is you have to make the circuit and there should be at least one ground node in your circuit. That means there should be a return path to ground. Okay. Now if I simulate, the simulation window, the result window has come on the top. And if I simply go to my original circuit and put the cursor anywhere on the wire, it will show the voltage probe. Look, VN001, that means voltage at node 001. If I put here, it will give voltage at node 002, the blue one, right? And the scaling appears to be weird here from 5 volt to 10 volt, right? So I will change the scale. It should start from 0 volt to go up all the way to 10 with a division of 1 volt each. Look, now it looks pretty decent. I can edit the scale by right clicking at the scale, at the axis, right? I can even delete a particular trace. Right click the trace. Once again, make the cursor come here, right click here, delete the trace. I can even change the color of the trace. Okay, look, the color has changed. I can even delete the trace. I'm making it come again, right? So I have VN001, VN002. I can even measure the current through a particular component. Take the cursor to the component and you can see one current loop like stuff, right? You click there, it will give the current through that component R1, IR1. I am editing the scale from 0 amps to 1.6 milliamps with a division of 0.1 milliamps. Okay, now the scale appears beautiful here. So my current is approximately 0.5 milliamps. Correct? You can manually find that 10 volt by 20K, 0.5 milliamps. Clear? Now, this result is quite confusing to me. If for a person who doesn't know which is node 1 and which is node 002, it will be tough. So it will be better if I can name the nodes. These are all default names. node 001, 002, etc. So there is something called label net, using which I can name the nodes. Okay, okay, naming this name as source, and this node as output, this node. And if you run it now, you can see and check the voltage. The voltage at source, the voltage at output. Look at the result window. Now, the scaling has gone weird again. I will change it 0 to 10 volt or 10.5 volt or 11 volt with a division of 1 volt. Okay. Now, I can even play with the traces. For example, I am trying to play with the voltage source trace. Right clicking it, and here I can say voltage source into 2. Now it will be showing 20 volt, right? Because I have multiplied it 2. I can even show voltage source into current through resistor R1. I can even make an algebraic expression there. So voltage into current, it will be power, right? Power in milliwatt. So it is showing the power in milliwatt. Here is the power axis. I am making it back to the voltage of source. Clear? Okay. Now, imagine without doing the algebraic manipulations, if you want to know, to analyze the power in the circuit, say I want to understand, or I want to analyze what is the power dissipation in resistance R1. You have to just press Alt key, Alt key, and now you can see the image of the icon of a thermometer, a mercury thermometer, and you have to just click that component. Now it will give the power through the resistance R1. What is the power in the resistance R1? The voltage dissipated across the resistance R1 into the current through the resistance R1, right? So what is the volt? Look at this particular trace. V source comma output. That means potential difference between source and output. Here it is connected to source. Here it is the output node. So voltage at source minus voltage at output. That is V source comma output into IR1, into current through the resistance R1. Correct? This is how the power dissipation across a circuit component can be identified. Clear? You have to just press Alt key, then the mercury thermometer icon will come. You have to click it on the particular component. This may appear useless to you because it is very easy to find the voltage across a device, voltage dissipation across a device of a component, and the current through the component. But it may not be that easy in the case of a component like an op-amp or a complicated manufactured IC. So this is a very useful tool. Okay. I'm changing the color to say this golden color. Okay. This is the power source. And now I can delete traces, delete trace, delete this trace, delete this trace. Now I have only one trace, that is the voltage of the source. And if I click it, I will get a cross. And I can drag this cross across the horizontal axis. At each point, here you can find the corresponding value at the y-axis. Here it is a DC quantity, so that doesn't look complicated. Imagine you have having a zigzag waveform here, and this particular feature help you to find out the corresponding y value for a particular x value. What is the value at 0.2 second? What is the value at 0.3 second? What is the value at 0.4 second? What is the value at 0.5 second? So on and so forth. Okay. So I will tell the steps once again. You can pick and place combo. You have to first select new schematic that you can optionally choose for the grid to appear. You can pick and place components. You can draw the wire, and you have to give values to the components, and most importantly you have to select one node as ground. Then you can go for the simulation. Clear? I can even randomly add components. Look, I can add components like this. I can select a different component called a PNP transistor or NPN transistor. Even though this circuit doesn't make sense, I want to explain you how to do or how to connect more components. I know the circuit is stupid, but it is just an demonstration to show how to connect more components. Okay, and I can even delete components. There is a scissors icon, select it, and you can click it. You can even select everything and click. Everything will go. Okay. Now I can even edit the simulation window. Simulate, edit simulation command. I can ask, say, the external DC supply starts from, till now I have imagined that it is already 10 volt, but here I can opt the supply's voltage starts at 0 volt, and now if I simulate, I can see the voltage building from 0 to 10, and if you zoom this, I can zoom by doing like this, the small rectangles from 0 to 10 volt happens in 20 microseconds. This feature can be helpful while simulating circuits with oscillators and all. From 0 to, the voltage starts from 0 volt. Okay. So today you have understood how to pick and place the components. I can even select a different component. Some frequently used components you can available as such, including label net, resistor, capacitor, inductor, diode, etc. And if it's a not frequently used, if it's a rare component, or if it's it's a component that is not frequently used, you can go to the component icon, click it. The components will be listed, including comparators, digital products, filter products, miscellaneous components, op-amps, optocouplers, power products, uh, some different diodes, Schottky diodes, heat sinks. Even for a heat sink, there is an LT-Spice model. Okay, all these things you can select. And you can connect the different components using the wire, and you can go with the simulation. And it will be better if you can download LT-Spice today, do a random experiment with a very simple circuit, try all the simulation, and try to obtain some characteristic, or obtain some circuit characteristic which is quite familiar to you. So thank you very much. Have a random trial with some LT-Spice circuit. Okay, thanks. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.